Alright guys, so today I'm gonna try to do this video. This is the fourth time I tried to record this video. But I'm gonna give a quick tour of my little Minecraft world. It's like an SMP or whatever. And it has quite a bit of members. A lot of people play on it, like my friend Silas, my friend Max, friend Layton and his family. So there's a lot of people that play on this, and I don't know why I broke that, but I did. Anyway, let's start our adventure by spawn. I'll show you everything from there. And then we'll keep on heading out until we get to the largest settlement, where a lot of the other players live. Oh god, I'm gonna crash into a tree. Alright, we're good. I hit a lag spike there. As you can see, not everything's generating right now. The scary part about using elytros. Oh, don't kill me. Okay, so there's no beds nearby right now, so we're gonna need to make this part of the tour somewhat quick. Yeah, I don't have a bed in my inventory or anything. This is the spawn. Will usually spawn around here, and then you'll be like phase full of this railroad that my sister built, and then that way is the other settlements, and then here is my sister's area, which she actually sold to me, so I now own that area. In here is actually the very first house, so to say. This was the very first shelter. I've just dug out an area and kind of slept in here for a little while and waited everything out. It kind of became a mine, and then it kind of became an abandoned mine, and everyone forgot about this place. But this exists right by spawn, just right there. There's the door. And let's go over to my sister's area. So my sister has a little I say my sister, but it's technically not my sister. I'll show you in a little bit. But this used to be a potato farm in here, and then she had random things she could buy. She tried to do a bodyguard business, but that failed because no one wanted to hire her. Get out of here, you nerd. Let's go over to her little fort slash house. So she had a bunch of pets here. She lived, as I said, but she left her foxes, and I think she left a cow here that she just tortured. Yep, this cow right here, she would just torture this poor cow. Don't ask me why she did it. I don't know. That leads nowhere. Okay. So up here, as I said, she moved, so a lot of this stuff is pretty empty and bare. But yeah, we'll just say there's not much going on here, just a lot of empty rooms. So we will continue. Actually, I have to go over here real quick, because over there is another building, and it is like 6 berry bushes. It's not that interesting over there. Okay, now we shall go to the more cool stuff. By cool stuff, I mean my stuff. And the other player stuff. Okay, so this building that we're coming up on, this is my friend's Max's house. So, he kind of turned into a bed and breakfast. I know at least 2 players live here, my friend Max and his other friend. And then the rooms have been bought out, so if you want to live here you kind of can't because people already own the rooms. But anyways, he has a shop here. It's not very successful either because he never plays on this world very much. I mean, he does play on the world, but I have to, like, force him. This looks like a smelting room. Who cares about that? Bedroom 1, bedroom 2. I own one of these bedrooms. I own this bedroom. So I have, like, nothing in here. In here, I think this is just, like, more crafting items. Whoops. I'll just steal your torch. Here's some beds up here. Let's sleep through the night. Okay, and then back here is a storage room, and down here is his secret room. So this is his bedroom, and the other player that lives here, their bedroom is down here too. So this clutter of a mess is Max's room. And then in here is his friend's room. And yeah, there's not much going on in either of these rooms. So yeah. I mean, this room is kind of cool looking though. It has a good vibe to it. Alright. Now let's get on out of here. I'm not even gonna bother to close that door. I'm very tempted to just burn down his house a lot of the time because he just doesn't play. And I feel as though if I threaten him even more than I already do, he will eventually play. But then again, if you try the same thing over and over again and get the same result, it's called insanity. So I don't know if threatening would work, but it sure does feel good. Okay, and now we just need to go down this trail a little ways. I don't want to walk it, so I'll use my elytra. I'm out of rockets too, so hopefully there's some gunpowder nearby. Okay, so over here, a snowman used to live here, but I guess he was killed. The funny thing is though, actually he was either killed or he ran away. Because there's snow around here. Interesting. Anyways, so snowman did live here, but I kind of, I might have murdered him on accident. And then, well, actually, I didn't murder him, but I did tie up that iron golem that's over there. I tied him up right there, and the snowman, he was just doing his snowman stuff, throwing snowballs at all the enemies, and then I thought, oh, the iron golem will just beat up all the enemies that the snow golem attracts. Well, turns out the iron golem, if he gets hit by a snowball, he will go and kill the snow golem. And that's exactly what he did. And so I spawned a new snowman, and I don't know what happened to the new one. Right, anyways, this is one of my friend's houses. His name's Johnny. I call him Johnny Boy. Not much going on here. He does get on the world quite often, but it doesn't seem like he's doing too much. Except for, you know, just chilling. Let's go over to the Funny Man's area. This is Funny Man's zone, aka Silas's house. So if we go into here, this is the Funny Man house. This Funny Man house is made out of funny little furnaces. Dog house. There's an army of dogs. Funny thing is though, if I were to just like shoot them, I would literally kill up like half of them. If I were to shoot them with my trident or my bow, I would literally kill half of them almost instantaneously. So your dog army is no match for me, Silas. Not saying that you do anything. This is his chicken farm. There's a lot of chickens in here. And when Silas did a tour of this world as well, he didn't do it very good. Oh, speaking of Silas, he literally just joined. Oh my god. That's so funny. I'm gonna tell him. I was just talking about you. I wish I had a keyboard so I could type a lot faster. Anyways, this is like a nursing home. Uh, as Silas put it, there's no old people who live here, so this is kind of out of service right now. So we're gonna go straight on into the lobby. There's not much going on. Smile good, frown bad. Well, ignore that sign up there. That's an inside joke. And then down here is like a part of a ravine. I think he has a little area with a minecart. Silas was like, "Oh, I wonder why no one's found this yet." Well, guess what, buddy? I found that earlier. I found that minecart when the first time I broke into his house, which was a couple days ago. Here's a bunch of chests full of random crap. A bunch of coal that he should mine. I'll probably come back and I'll mine the coal out of his house because I need a bunch of coal. Anyways, I have no idea what he's doing over there. There's one other area right here. There is the water tree, as he dubs it, and the eternal pig. I might go and worship that pig because I kind of run a cult in this world. So let's continue onward. Let's continue to my area. This was my settlement. I'm actually currently moving to a new place, which I will show you at the end, which I kind of built a new area. I'll show you everything around here. Here's a well because I got tired of going over to the ocean to get water. So I made a well so I could just put the water there and everything. It's one of the classic village wells too, which I like. But yeah, I use that well for farming. Here's a bunch of farms, a bunch of wheat, a bunch of carrots. The reason why I have so many potatoes compared to the carrots and wheat is because I actually trade these potatoes to the villagers. And yeah, what is he? Like, I would just put in, I would put in like a piece of cobblestone, right? And it would just put it with the other cobblestone. If we were to walk over here, there's a lot of creeper holes over here. Blown up the back of this because I was, for reasons, I was kind of hunting down my sister and she blown up this area. Anyways, this is a chunk mine, and there's another portal down there. That. And that's pretty much it for that. I was gonna make a little canal from that part of the ocean to the other part of the ocean, but I got bored with making that canal. So, over here we got ourselves a mob grinder. There's the tower that we started the video in. Here's our sheep. The iron golem fell into here for some reason. And we have a villager llama for some reason. And we have the Among Us sheep. So, let us go over here. Now on this part of the trail, you will kind of notice a bunch of creeper holes. That's because I've been turning them into charge creepers with my trident. And getting a bunch of mob heads. Over here is a music disc contraption here. So I will get like a creeper into here, and then I'll open that trap door, and the skeleton will just go and kill the creeper, which makes it very convenient. And the creeper reads these trap doors as a whole block, so it'll just walk over the trapdoors and fall. I should probably grab this bed. That'd be a good idea. Alright, so that's pretty much all of this area. We could walk this trail over to the village and the other settlements, but the Nether highway is a lot quicker, and there's some other things I want to show you. I think I'm gonna go show you guys my sister's castle now. She's currently working on the building, so I don't know how amazing it is, but it is pretty cool. Why is he just building a staircase up there? Ow. What the heck? What was that? Oh, I think they went to the Nether. Yep. I hear the zombie. Ow. 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 Come on, please load so I don't die. If I die in here, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh my god, I'm in so much pain. Okay, let's go into here. Here is the villager dungeon, which is pretty much a bunch of villagers I threw into here that I trade with. And I kind of put them into, I leveled them up into the master level that they can be at. So here's a bunch of villagers. I have pretty much all the villagers. There's a few that I'm missing that I've been too lazy to make. And yeah, so this is a villager trading spot. Also, if you ever come into here, don't use these levers. These levers are actually used so I can transport villagers into the Nether. If you use these levers and open these doors, villagers... So use the buttons. Alright, and now let's go over to my sister's area, which, in the main lobby, this will lead over to my sister's area. And then you just run down here real quick. And let's go over to my sister's castle, check it out. So, right over here is actually a monument to one of her cats, which she named Red because it had a red collar, and it was her very first cat in this world. Well, turns out when she was moving all of her ships, because she would get like she got a bunch of chest boats, attached them all to leads, and she put all of her animals in there. turns out one of the chest boats kind of like got pushed underneath the water and underneath the other boats, and her cat drowned, which is pretty funny, honestly. But this is the monument to her cat, which drowned, her very first cat. Over here, this is a building. I don't know why she built this. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Looks like it's just a bunch of random stuff. I'm gonna steal your ender pearls. Hopefully she won't notice, but she probably will. Oh! I want to show you this area over here. I don't know whose dog or whatever this is, but my sister found, actually I found a dog over here and my sister trapped it. But someone's dog was just in the middle of the pond all the way over here. Just in the middle of the swamp. And there he is. There's someone's dog if they want to ever come get it back. If they watch this video, your dog is by my sister's place. And there's a big giant sign that says dog. So, yeah. Alright, let's go to the actual building. Now, her front entrance is always frustrating to get to because her entrance is actually like in water. Oh, wait, no, she made a new entrance. Ooh, this. Let me get far back so we can actually see this. So this is her new house, which is pretty dope. I like her little flags that she has everywhere, and the large scale of it. And I really like her entrance with these little bushes. That's pretty cool. Okay, I haven't actually explored her house very well, so let's check it out. This looks like, I think this is gonna be my room that she built for me, and I just never lived here. This is a lot of storage down here. This is more her items for crafting, and let's try to navigate this place. Is there any secret entrances? Nope. Okay. Let's go down here. Down here is where most of her stuff is. Like all of her pets. And over here is a lot of her chests and whatnot. A lot of her storage. Bed. More storage, but she used chest boats for some reason, which I think is weird. Where does this lead down to? This might just be a mine down here, but I think she has a mine somewhere else. This is a torture room she built. She built this room literally just so she can kill stuff. I think my sister's literally gonna be a serial killer, honestly. So... Wait, I can't get out. Faulty design, Addy. Alright, let's go up to the top floors and let's see what's around here. So, I don't know what this is, but it's pretty cool. Alright, it looks like she's starting to add carpet to her place, which makes it pretty cool. It's mostly just really empty because she's just putting a bunch of stuff everywhere. This is what I'd imagine like an old I don't know, like a Skyrim fortress to look like. Oh no! Oh well, that's my sister's problem now. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's continue onward to the village. So we're gonna go back in and just a little ways. Oh yeah, over here, if you go to this sign, go over here. The Nether Fortress is that way, and the Stronghold is that way if you want to go to the end. I'm not going to go over there because it's not really worth showing. It's not anything special, because I really just want to show off the player builds. Alright, so hopefully they fix this portal, because last time I got on, this portal got messed up and broken. So hopefully it leads me to the village, and it doesn't lead me to a cave. Nope, it still leads me to a cave, which means they have not fixed this portal yet. Which means I'm gonna have to fix this portal. Alright, there's a secondary portal that we can use though, which is down this way. This is my portal, because I built a mansion over here. So I'll go show you my mansion real quick. And then we'll go look at the rest of the settlement. Which there are a lot of builds over here. Because there's a lot of players that live over here. There's like, if I remember correctly, there's 5 and then 1 more including, so 6 altogether, which includes myself. So this is my new house, this is my new mansion. There's my 2 donkeys, I haven't used them for anything yet. We had a bunch of skeleton horses that spawned down there, and I traded for one of the skeleton horses, and I was bringing them up here, and there were pillagers on my mountain as I was bringing the skeleton horse up, and the pillagers killed my skeleton horse, which made me very upset. But yeah. Alright, anyways, we have a bunch of mob heads here. I actually have a lot of mob heads because I've just been getting a bunch of mob heads. Chicken banner. Oh yeah, here is Gronk. We worship Gronk. Gronk is our savior, and part of our cult is if you lick Gronk's bunghole, it will give you good luck. So yeah, that's Gronk. If you ever touch Gronk, I will destroy everything you possess. This is my potion room. A fun little contraption I've created is literally just put a hopper in. You can put your ingredients in order, and then unlock it, and it'll just automatically make your potion. You don't have to go back and forth putting in ingredients, which is always kind of annoying. This is the guest room, which was previously my room until I made a new room. I haven't furnished my new room yet, but yeah, there's the guest room. There's the dragon egg. There's the first dragon egg. There's 2 dragon eggs because the ender dragon has been killed twice. Once by me and once by someone else. It was my friend Layton who killed the other dragon. So we're gonna go into here. This is gonna be my room. I just haven't furnished anything out yet because I just recently built this place. But yeah. Something cool I want to show you guys. If you didn't know, you're about to know that you can put in a music disc and the Ender Dragon mouth will actually move around. Isn't that cool? It's like he's talking. He's singing the song. Oh yeah, here's my booby banner. It's a banner of a bra. I thought it was funny. Here's the top. I have a lot of great views from up here. Yeah, the view is just grand from up here. There's a tower I built earlier. We'll go down there and we'll check out that tower and everything just a bit. But I built that tower a long time ago in case I wanted to ever come over here and live over here. But I just built another house instead of living in that tower. Alright, there's one last thing I need to show you in my house. And this part is, it's interesting. So if you go down here, here's my dungeon, right? This is my dungeon full of my prisoners, and I'm about to turn it around and show you prisoner 001. That is his name. And this might scare you, but this is my soldier. He's part of my undead army. He originally had iron armor, but I upgraded his armor to netherite. The story on this guy is that one guy came in, he was killed by the skeleton, then and the skeleton took his stuff. Then my sister came in, was killed by the skeleton, that skeleton took her stuff, and then I came in, I was killed by the skeleton, that skeleton took my sword, and now I just kind of keep him as a prisoner down here. I fully fleshed him out, full enchants and everything, because I think it's funny, and I can also use him as like just to kill other players. So I can use him as a soldier. Okay. Now let's go down here. This is the tower that I was talking about. It's kind of more of a guard tower at this point. I don't really use this place. It just has some dirt blocks in it. Nothing much going on in here because I never really did use this place. But there's the village, and then there's another village over there that kind of connect together. There's a bunch of walls that have been built to protect the villagers from mobs. And if we go over here, here is the other settlement. So it seems as though one of the players is kind of building their own little town over here. So that's pretty neato. There's quite a few housings and buildings, so if you ever join this world and need a house, you could probably use one of these, temporarily at least. And then over here is walled off, a little fort, but it mostly has farms and gardens. There's some stables over here with horses and a donkey. And yeah, I don't know what's in here though. Nothing. I think they probably just recently built that. In here though is the Two Sisters mine, which, as you can imagine, is a mine that leads into this giant cavern. And yeah, they're growing berries down here. I don't know why they'd be growing berries down here, but they are. Yeah, not much going on down there. Ooh, I want to see if they have gunpowder though. Nope, they just have a bunch of pickaxes. Oh yeah, I came by here not that long ago, and I actually gave them, it looks like they took it down, but I gave them some banners, some chicken banners, as you saw up at my house and by my automatic chicken farm, because I thought they were pretty cool. Anyways, let's go over to the next part of the settlement, which is another player's part. They kind of connect together. They're both walled off. The Garden of Eden, which has just a bunch of trees and some wheat and carrots. It's not that cool. But over here, I came over here a little while ago, and I gave them a bunch of music discs and a jukebox, and they put it out here. There's the other skeleton horse, which I wish I owned that horse. They named him Pirate, which is actually kind of a good name for a skeleton horse. Over here is their house, and oh my god, they built something new. What did they build? We'll go check that out in just a moment. What are they smelting, too? Oh, smelting a bunch of glass. Anyways, I made a YouTube short or TikTok about this house because I built a secret little hole in here, a little tiny base, and just like right in between, or right, I can't find the words for it. Just right behind this painting, but they broke that painting, they found it, and I got rid of it. But yeah. So that's their house. Now let's go on these stairs. And up here, it seems to be just a big, empty, floating box. I have no idea what they're gonna do with this big, empty, floating box, but I'm excited to see it. Alright, let's climb up here. And let's go see what's in this cobblestone building right there. If I can even get to it. Yeah, it's kind of hidden. Ah, they have a bunch of glowberries. Alright. So that's all of that. And now, let's continue on this way. And here, we have another building. So pretty much this area and onward is built by my friend Layton. And this area is built by his sisters. And I think there's one building that's by his younger brother over here. But most of this area that I'm about to show you is by my friend Layton. And this is a building he's making. He has like a couple farms in here. But otherwise it's pretty empty. I think he's gonna live in here soon. I don't know, he's been just building a bunch of houses for no reason. I think right now he's building his own village. And yeah, I don't know exactly what this house is for, but I do know he has a bunch of gardens in it. So that's neat. Anyways, let's continue onwards. If we go up here, we'll get to one of his cooler builds. But I think there's a thing that we need to stop by on the way, which is right on over here, which is a blackstone and obsidian temple. I think it's made of both of those materials. And so let's see if we can get in here without getting blown up by creepers. Oh yeah, it's very frustrating to open this. In here. Hi, I finally got into this temple after trying to get through his very complex doors. And what do you find? You find an ender chest. So, none of his goodies are in there. So, that's what my ender chest looks like if you're wondering. I have a bunch of sponges in the corner. There's that temple. It's covering obsidian inside, which makes it pretty well protected if you ever put loot in there. Now there's going to be a bunch of mobs that we got to get through. Let's kill this zombie, see if we can get that armor real quick. Okay. Let's craft some fireworks. Alright, and then here's his mansion, which is pretty cool. These towers don't serve much purpose, but they're pretty cool looking. Let's actually go into his building. And once we get into here, we shut that. And this building is mostly used for storage. He hasn't built very many rooms in here. So it's just really a big wide open space, though it is really cool on the outside. He does need to like furnish his buildings more, because it's really just empty. He needs to do what I do with my buildings. I furnish them out a lot, and I kind of actually do live with them and not build 26 different homes. You do whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's his house. Now, he also has another house. We're gonna go to his original house, which is just down here. Now, that area that's walled off by dirt, that's his brother's home. So we're gonna go into here real quick. and there's not much going on in his brother's house. His brother has like rarely played on this world. But yeah, so that's a bunch of that. And I really hate that they've just walled everything off by dirt. That's a horrendous block to use. It's so ugly. Okay, now let's go into here, which is his enchantment room, which is not fully complete like mine is. So if you ever want to enchant something, you have to go to my enchantment room, which is on the top floor of my mansion. But anyways, let's keep on going over here. There's his skeleton horse. I'm the only person with a skeleton horse that was killed. Alright, so here's a bunch of stuff. A smelting room, or a smelting home, where he just put a bunch of stuff and starts smelting it in. This is his very first home, which is pretty cool. He has all of his storage and whatnot in here. So, yeah. I'm actually gonna steal his amethyst. I don't think he'll mind. Anyways, here's all of his armor sets. And here's the top. There's my flag, there's a pillager flag. You'll honestly find a bunch of my flags just scattered all about. Alright, and then over there, I don't remember what's in here, but let's go look real quick. Alright, and then in here is just a few chests with nothing in them and a crafting table. But yeah, that is pretty much it. For the last bit of this, let's go back to Silas's place and see what the heck he was doing. And that should conclude the tour. We'll do a flyby of everything. Yeah. Show everything off. We'll just follow this trail. And now we're back to my place, and Silas's place should be, oh my god, he's built it all the way up here. He's still up there. Okay. Nope, didn't make that one. Alright, we'll do another flyby real quick. Ow. Alright, what is he doing? Playing a big old game of Skyblock up here? Hey buddy, what's up? Okay, and now that truly concludes the tour. See ya.